Farming is needed in Minecraft Skyblock. That is why I plan to build a maxed out farm in today's video. Before we begin though, consider subscribing as I'd very much appreciate it. Now let's begin. Last video we had a template for our island. It is finally gone. We've gotten rid of it. But what we are going to do, of course, is build the giant farms that we need to build to then progress on our Omni tool that essentially has a ton of enchants for farming, and it's a main method of getting things done this map on Skyblock. Before we do that though, consider leaving a like on the video. It would get the video out in the YouTube algorithm, so I'd very much appreciate it. But the first thing we need to do is go ahead and go into shop, and we're gonna buy some simple old dirt, unless there is tilled land, which there is not. So we got about 6 stacks of dirt. That's good enough. We're gonna turn on our chunks and build it chunk based, the farm, in case we use a chunk collector or something. So build out over to here. It's gonna be a 2x2 chunk area. We're definitely gonna need way more dirt. So we'll go ahead and start placing all this in, and this should be 2 chunks here. So I gotta go across here, and then we go along this way, and we should have a full chunk outline. As you can see, it is fully outlined of 4 chunks, and apparently we can buy a shovel now. So we're gonna go ahead and buy a netherite shovel so we can break blocks easier. So I've turned off chunk borders, and now it's just a matter of going ahead and placing this all in. I underestimated the amount of dirt we are going to need from shop. So just go ahead and spam this. We'll get like half an inventory or so. Almost a full inventory, I guess, is kind of what I got. I'll take what I can get, of course. But the reason we need to make a giant farm is because the skin I have, known as the rainfall skin, whenever it activates, essentially it breaks a giant area of crops, and I want to see the max radius it goes to. And for farming, we don't have a tilling tool, which I'm curious if I can just use my hoe. Oh, I can. Okay, perfect. The real question is, do we need water though? I hope not. If we do, then I mean, it is what it is, but it would be cool if they had it so we don't have to use water. Oh, it automatically waters on its own. That is crazy. So we don't even need water. Okay, I like that concept. And if you did watch the last video, which you should definitely go check out, I did mention that crops are server wide when they do unlock. So if we go to IS, I think there's a level menu, and then we go to progression, go to farming, and now we just have to get all the way up to Netherwart, which is a server progression. We were at working towards potatoes yesterday, and it's not even been 24 hours, and we're already at beetroot almost, because a lot of people have been farming. So honestly, we're gonna hit probably Netherwart by, I'd say, within the first week, if it's not a insane requirement, which is really, really good. And I did find out that the seeds, they grow really slow to begin with, but then eventually they grow instantly after you manually break them when they're fully grown. They take like maybe a few seconds, maybe 10 at highest, but they do grow back instantly without progression stages, which is really nice. It's just when you initially place them. So that's why I ended off last video, because I didn't know what to do about that. But of course, now we know. Okay, so now we need to till in the area here, but I do want to see if I can toggle off the speed. Oh, we can toggle the enchant, because yeah, it's kind of really difficult to till this land with speed 10 or whatever the speed was. If I just hold the right click, we should be able to till this all. It may take a little bit of time, but definitely will be worth it once we get those wheat seeds down. And to be fair, we could probably just progress right up to the next tier of seeds, which I think we're gonna do. We don't really need to go with wheat. We could just go ahead and do potatoes or carrots, I think it was. Yeah, I think we'll do carrots. We'll put down, we'll do like a mixture of all the seeds, I think is the plan, because they are expensive over time, so we kind of need to make sure we're using our money wisely. So if we go ahead and just start placing this in, you can see it's growing already. I'm probably gonna get my alt on, so then we don't have to deal with me having to stand here, but in the time I'm setting that up, it'll probably be grown. And if I'm planting crops in the future, it'll just be easier to manage. And if I'm gonna set up spawners at all as well, probably would be a wise idea to do so. So it's about 192,000 for a stack. We'll go ahead and get, I think 4 stacks is good enough for now. What I think I'm gonna do in the future is just make a giant layer for each kind of farm. So for now, they're all gonna be on the same layer, just separated. And then in the future, we're gonna go ahead and build a giant layer above for potatoes, carrots, beetroot, and then netherwort. So the potatoes are now down, and they're all growing. Same with the wheat. We're gonna go ahead and buy some carrots, which it's almost 500,000 for a whole stack. So I got around 5 stacks. We'll just go ahead and start placing this all in, and there we go. We are done with all the crops. Now it's a matter of letting them grow. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get my alt in position. So I'm gonna set that up really quickly, and then we'll be able to AFK this area for the time being. It's been a little bit since I recorded the last clip, and we now have beetroot instead of carrots, wheat, and potatoes. We do have a bit of carrots here, but honestly, they won't be here for long because if we take a look at our island level and then go here to the server-wide progression, we're gonna hit Netherwart very soon. So what I want to do is prepare for that to where I have a giant floor at the bottom of my island just dedicated to Netherwart only, so then I can make a giant farm of Netherwart and use the skin that I have to break a whole layer of that, or depending on how far it goes realistically. As well, I also got another 500 levels on Coin Greed, and I also got the tool level number 10, so now we have that unlocked. Basically, we can unlock the investor enchant now, which we are going to go ahead and get a decent amount into this. We'll get 1,000 levels with all our coins, so we can make more money when we are using our skin here, because if I go ahead and use it in 5 seconds, which you do press the drop key to activate it if you're gonna manually do it, but if I go ahead and stand in the center, it's gonna get rid of all of this. Here we go, boom. And then it just grows back instantly, as you can see. And I don't really know the full radius of it, but it's roughly 4 chunks if you stand in the center, which is really good for just making straight up money. And we're also island level 8 now, apparently. Let's go ahead and look at our menu here. We're level 8, yeah, okay. So I think that's a good time to start working on building the Netherwart farm here and having it prepared before it actually comes out. So if I go into shop, we need to find soul sand, which is roughly $10 per one. We're just gonna buy a full inventory, and then we'll go all the way to the border, and we're just gonna get going with this. I'm curious if there's any like builder wands or anything. I highly doubt it, but we might as well take a look because I know they do exist. It's a matter if anyone's selling any. So it's roughly around 5,000 shards for a builder wand. I'm honestly not really interested in spending that much. We could get one for 2,500, which we're not far off of, and I know these shards are used to upgrade our gear that we have, but I do want to go ahead and get a builder wand so we can just build a giant Netherwart farm. So we're gonna get 2,500 shards here and buy a builder wand to make this like way easier, because I don't even think we need this soul sand that I just purchased. So we'll get enough shards here. Even though I should keep all my shards, I'm honestly wanting a builder wand because I'm only one person. I'm not building a whole 50 by 50 chunk area and expanding the farm on my own. A builder wand is just the more ideal thing to go for, and I'll have to figure out how to use it, of course, as well. We hit our first $100 million in money. Okay, let's go. And we got tier 3 on our enchanted pass, which we could claim the rewards in a bit here, but I think we're good for now. All right, let's go on the auction house, look at a builder wand. Oh, there's one for 2,000. Let's go ahead and purchase it. That saves us a bit of money. So how does this work? You right click with the tool. Oh, and it builds whatever that is. Oh. Okay, so I'm kind of understanding how this works. We're gonna go ahead and go to the bottom of the island, so when we're doing this, it's not being kind of a waste of money and space being used up here. And I think I kind of just bought all this soul sand for nothing, which isn't the end of the world, but definitely a little bit of a mistake. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, I got the alt going now, so we do have an alt account running on the island, which is really nice. Got that finally going. But I think this is the lowest we can go on our island, so we're gonna start building this in a moment. I just need to get rid of all of this that I used to get over there, so we're gonna get rid of it all. So if I'm not mistaken, I can use the builder wand like this, and then I can just go along like this, and then start spamming this down, and it just builds all this in. Oh my gosh, that is just insane. So we can go all the way to the other side of the island just doing this. But that money is going towards a good cause, so I'm not complaining. I'll take it. This is so worth it, this builder wand. I believe there's also a wand for actually just placing crops in, so we could do that as well if we really wanted. But for now, we're just gonna keep it how it is. Okay, this is the last time we're going across, and then we should be done here with all the soul sand. And then I don't think we can place the Netherwart yet, from my knowledge. We'll test it, but I highly doubt we can. And there we go. We're done. The whole bottom floor of our island is now soul sand. Perfect. And of course, the island will expand over time, and I'll fill that in over time as well, whenever I feel like it. Okay, so I can place it all in, which is actually really good. I just don't know if it's gonna grow or do anything. It is growing, but I don't think we can farm it yet. Okay, so we can't even break it if we misplace it until the progression is ready. So if we go to our progression here, you can see we're getting closer to the Netherwart. I guess we can spend all our money into Netherwart right now. So that is probably the best option for me, and I'm just gonna start placing this all in. So then it's fully grown and prepared for when we are able to start farming it. I should probably do it in like a cube formation though, but I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't really matter to me, even though it would probably be more efficient. So what I'm gonna do is come back once nether wart is available and ready to be harvested, so I'll give an update here in a moment. So it is indeed the next day, and as you can see, we got nether wart going on the island. I also did upgrade the hoe a little bit with coin greed, so we did get that up as well. But nether wart is farmable now, which is really good. As you can see, I got the skin toggled automatically on, and it should grow back automatically on its own, as you can see. Pretty simple, and it's working really, really well. The one downside is I have to kind of sit in the areas where my alt doesn't reach, which is kind of annoying. It is what it is, but you know, it's not the end of the world. We are gonna do pass, and as you can see, we are working on our pass. We can get some rewards here that I do want to claim with our gold tier and our diamond tier, because they're really good loot that we could just claim really quickly. Up to tier 7 is where we have to stop though, and we can do challenges, but I'm honestly not interested in that right now. It's not really in my interest. And we also have 1.5 billion already, because this makes a ton of money over time. So I thought I mentioned that. And if you also look at our shards balance, we're already back at 4K. And the reason we make a lot of shards is that skin I pulled in the first video, the astronaut skin. So if we do /set and go to armor skins, this one gives shards if we're wearing booster armor, which is like a tier of armor. So if we look in set, there's all these different tiers. We have heat set that we're wearing in the booster tier. And I also got given by one of my viewers when I was live on my Twitch. I was given the Inferno skin, which basically has a double like chance to proc. So if it gives coins or tool, it adds double the chance to activate pretty much, or boost it twice, I guess you could say. Apparently the best one is Violet that compares to Inferno. They're pretty much the same thing, but Violet's slightly better supposedly from what people have tested. And then of course there's all these other ones that give certain things for each kind of tier, I guess. But other than that, we have some good skins so far. Also, we do have milestones we need to claim. Let's go ahead and start claiming all this, because there is a ton of stuff in here that I've just not claimed at all. As you can see, we got an SOTW loot box, and we got a monthly crate we gotta go ahead and open. So we'll open this SOTW box, just see what we get here. Pet traits, interesting, and a skin key. Okay, we got a monthly crate. We'll go ahead, just open this up. Give me something good, come on game. And what else are we gonna get for the final? Crystal boxes, I'll take it. I also did buy off camera the farmer's wand that I was mentioning earlier. As you can see, it basically just places crops. So when I do want to go ahead and place things down, I shift right click, I grab nether wart, and it should plant a row. As you can see, it's planting in a full-on row. So if I want to go ahead and get this finished, this will be easy, like easy to get this done. I'm pretty sure it takes from my balance, or it doesn't even at all. I'm not too certain, but we'll go ahead and just fill this all in. It's not going to be fully grown by the end of the video, but definitely we can get it all filled in though, because I want this to be fully done. All right, this should be it, I think. Yep, there we go, we're done. So now this all just has to grow over time. I'll manage to get it all grown eventually, but there we go. We got a giant nether wart farm. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. We do have some coins we'll go ahead and spend in, I think, coin greed. We're gonna get another 100 levels just because why not? We should be upgrading this. And then I want to spend shards on my armor. If we go ahead and do /set, go to our armor set, and then you can see there's enchants if you click on it. I want to see if there's any specific enchants for each piece of gear. It doesn't look like there's any specific ones, but there are ones that give coins, rubies, and money. I want coins, so I think we're gonna go for the coins enchant on the chest plate. We'll start with chest plate and work our way up. We'll go ahead and just start buying into this. I think I can get one more level. We'll take a look if the scoreboard updates here in a moment. Yeah, we can get to 3 on that. So I'll try and max this out at some point, because realistically it doesn't take too long to actually get that going. Like, we get a ton of shards just mining nether wart like this. We're at 539. If we take a look, it's updated. We've already gained another 14, which is just gross. Insanely good, but gross at the same time. Also, we have 10,000 credits. Join my Discord. The link is on the homepage of my YouTube channel. I usually don't feature it in my video descriptions. It's usually just on my homepage. So I recommend joining it if you do want to enter in a decent amount of giveaways and get notifications on when I go live or post videos. That being said, I think we have done a lot of progression today. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next one.